see you in the white tank top. Smile. I know he dragged you here, but you're gonna have a good time. He's talking to you. Don't cover your mouth. You're supposed to smile because we're having a good time. There it is. Show those pearly whites. You paid a lot of money for them. I know I did. So go ahead and show them off, right?
Unfortunately, Daigo Saito, who lives in Japan, attempted to get over here, didn't have the right visa, had to turn around. Unfortunately, you know what? We're turning lemon into lemonade. So Shinji Manoa, who is Hiroya's dad and an FD Japan champion, he's going to put on a little demo here. So again, we're turning some lemons into lemonade. It's oh so sweet. And unfortunately, again, a little sour there for Daigo Saito, but hopefully see him in Seattle. So here's Hiroya Manoa, father and son. Oh, look at that little tire fire there. So Hiroya Manoa having some fun out here. Shinji Manoa out here in Daigo Saito's ride. Just kicking things off, warming up the track for the fans, getting things going. So like I said, Daigo Saito, hopefully to see him at round 6 in Washington. He's bathing in, looks like he's bathing in smoke with that 86. Daigo, I know you're watching, and 36, we can see Adam LZ poised on the line. He won at our previous round in New Jersey. That's why he is sitting number 1. Here goes Adam LZ across the nose, that Corvette on top of the mirror, goes that first outside zone, drops a little tire, a little bit of dirt. The Viper chair is keeping it warm down in that second outside zone. And then the outside zone goes Adam LZ looking, stock block, ready to rock. And the other formation, man, getting a break because that in the chase position, how dominant, how clean, placing the car, mimicking the angle, living in the pocket, rent-free, right there. Tommy LeMaire, the Canadian pilot out front in the XPN Corvette. Boom, initiating, good job, straight line approach, no fake, no pre-drift before drifting in the outside zone. In the second outside zone, Tommy LeMaire, he drops it, three now, getting an outside zone, Tommy LeMaire, bit of distance, but
Okay, so here we go, as, again, just want to make sure Jack Shanahan, Trenton Beecham, and here we go, Shanahan,
zone, Trenton Beecham right there in the smoke, these guys entering in a second outside zone, Trenton, like I said, the way it comes together for him, you're really shot, Trenton, what? And now here he is, you know, just slowly, just gaining more and more ground, and he's proven not only his team but himself on how talented of a driver he is. So let's see it. Here we go. Formation. Again, that pink and white BMW took feature in the second outside. So you can see it really good. Transitioning through there. Left, Jeff Jones, roll the tape. He had quite a crazy New Jersey. A tree fell on his car, but he came back better than ever. Tip the tail, initiating. Oh, Sully, right there, digs deep, third with the dirt there. Now in that second outside zone, Phil's all over. Look at that early entry, the transition. Barely saw the front end. Boom, get out of the way like ludicrous into that third outside. Jeff Jones had it. See how close he was, and then also, Houston, we got a problem. He makes some bang at barbecue, so I'll be over to his pits later. Here we go, Matt Field, the beast in the bag. He is leading, tip the tail on that. And there goes Matt Field, good angle from him coming into that second outside zone. Straight line approach, Frederick Osbo, pretty shallow. Maybe he's got an issue, maybe that's why he initiated, that's why that's an issue, I don't know. So we will find out.
Oh, sorry, actually backside crook. I'm already correct.
There we go. Dylan Hughes, Jeff Jones. Dylan Hughes in the Royal Purple O'Reilly BMW. Jeff Jones initiates. Dylan Hughes in that first outside zone. You can see him that back right coming into second outside zone. Jeff Jones coming in a little bit shallower. Definitely have that proximity now. The outside zone 3, you like it. Coming in the last outside zone. Looks like Dylan's going to Jeff Jones. Of chase. Let's see what we got. Rome Charpentier. What kind of platform, what kind of canvas is RCP going to paint for James Dean to chase him down? Here comes that garagistic BMW in that first outside zone. You can see James Dean getting to the side of that BMW, just letting him transition right in front of him, and James Dean looking at RCP's vehicle in James Dean's space now. LZ will lead. Jack Shanahan, I expect a big gangster entry, really risking it in
BMW in the chase position. Bang, right there. Look at that. Old school, new school, and we are in the true school. Into that second outside zone. Look at that big angle there from Adam LZ. And good proximity. Coming out of that third outside zone. There he is. Now he's looking forward. That's a pass on by an outside zone. I'm telling you right now, this is comes in. See those green Excel lights going in the second outside zone. Tucks into the pocket. Yes, sir. Look at him showing this young buck what he can do. The in that last outside zone, gives him a little bit of room to transition and then jump to the side of it. Good technique. His enthusiasm is infectious, but Dylan Hughes is as awesome as all is. He wants to take him down. Here we go. The Royal Purple BMW in that first outside zone, transitioning properly the second outside zone. Arroyo to the side of the BMW. Good angle from Dylan Hughes. It goes to Arroyo. Deep in outside zone 3. Arroyo dives in on the inside. He straightens out 1 minute outside zone 4. Energy drink, Toyota GR Supra. A lot of people cheering him on from across the pond and right here in the States. The Norwegian Hammer about to be dropped on the Shadow, but hearing that nickname because everywhere you go, he goes. Connor the Shadow Shanahan right there, chasing down that big Toyota Supra into that second outside zone. Connor Shanahan diving on the inside. Good proximity, but at the top left, see those front wheels in the outside zone 3. We talked about having more fun, getting loose. Connor Shanahan barely just lets one the door like a fine gentleman, but then Taco Bell hot sauce. Speaking of Taco Bell, check out the Rockstar Refrescos at Taco Bell. Here we go. Connor Shanahan out front through that start chicane. Tip to tail. Here goes Frederick Osmo. Straight line approach with that feint entry of Connor Shanahan and Osbo. 3-time champ. Gives him a little bit of room. He is your points leader, so this has implications to the championship. Takes him down and puts him in a roadblock. Puts him in a chokehold. The Shadow is leading. But Frederick Osbo, like I said, look at that. Give him just enough room.
Absolutely wild. Yeah, overall matches 447.
Holy cow. Staggering amount of battles there. As Matt Field will lead for the performance initiates straight line approach. Forsberg, mid-minute slow, now transitioning into outside zone 2. Tucks right in, right behind. Good angle. Both of them keeping the locks and loaded outside zone 3. Chris Forsberg down to outside zone 4. Brings the drop. And Forsberg dropped into formation. So look at that. Forsberg straightening out, going on. So again, that transition, if you DB'd a tire, we'll assess it accordingly. Go ahead. I mean, if you're a high jump, you want to go for it. Pole vault, get on up there, grab that pole, and send it. Here we go. Christopher Forsberg and that all-new Z initiates the transition. Entry by Christopher Forsberg, that VR power all-new Z in the second outside zone. He wave is on into the third outside zone now. Big angle for Forsberg. And the lights extinguish on the sides. Boom, it's go time. James Machine Dean defending an only 4-time SB champion. Tip to tail, initiating goes James Dean. Angle fires off. And then second outside. So line turn, knows he can trust. Bit of left foot break by James Dean. He flicks it in and just finds just past that bump on that wall and clears it. So now Ryan Turk out front. He's got clean air coming into this first outside zone. Right there. Ryan Turk initiates. James Dean tucks in. He was right there. Actually, he's even deeper than that first outside zone. Good proximity, but I'll tell you what, doesn't mimic the exact angle. That last outside zone. Here's the spatula, here's the hat. Go ahead and cook al dente. Here we go. Matt Field will be out front. Chris Forsberg in the chase position through that start chicane. Across the nose of that Z. Forsberg. All right, go ahead. Drop right in on you. As Matt Field goes that second outside zone. Interesting hook. See that overhead from Matt Field. See if he timed that properly. Chris Forsberg back to the thing. Marching forward, just slowly progressing in proximity. You can see that. Kirsten watching. We have fans all over.
So many people.
Yeah, got the Grid Live fam. They're watching. And here we go. Back to the action. Christopher Forsberg and the all-new Z initiates in that first outside zone. Midfield. Flambe of the Corvette. Now transition to second outside zone. Goes Chris Forsberg. Almost takes up that bumper. Going outside zone 3 all the way out. Using force and battle over top 16, RCP versus Andy Haley. Two BMWs. Got the clean-shaven RCP and the very hairy, but far from scary, Andy Haley in the chase position. There's RCP and Andy Haley, the Drift Wizard, straightening out, going out of the outside zone. One very shallow. That's not going to get done that long with BMW RCP. If he keeps it sideways, he definitely have an advantage going into the second run. Here, Garage Distinct Pedal Commander BMW. No light stick raves there. I told you the cheat. Here we go as Andy Haley will lead. The system is down. Here we go, Andy Haley into the outside zone, and RCP looking at a little bit of wavering there, not shallow by RCP, but we gotta think here. So almost mimicking what Haley did, and struck and speechless. There they go. Andy Haley puts it in there. Will there be a new points leader? Will we have a tie? We're about to find out. Frederick Osbo will lead. James the Machine Dean give it chase. There it is across the nose once again for Frederick. First outside go. James Dean unfazed, drops in a formation. Look at that, like an absolute ballerina. Outside zone with Frederick Osbo. James Dean. Mustang riding not under pressure. Here we go. Lights are on. Once they extinguish, James Dean will leave the start line. Here goes James through that start chicane. No closer hit. We got a clean start. James Dean getting the clean air, initiates into that Tesla Platinum Ford Mustang. Now transition in that second outside zone. Real Charpentier dives in, dives forward. A little shallow there in the outside zone 3. Second Ford Mustang. This long round is exactly what we anticipate. Once again, our comp timeout is utilized. He's got one and done. So Adam LZ uses comp timeout as well. So there it is, Jack and LZ. But back to the action of Jones and Hughes. Jones, shoots. Want to see that overhead there, but Dylan gets in the grab. Jeff Jones doesn't need to continue on. His run was that just an absolute bomb by Dylan Hughes, or was he affected by Jeff in that run? This is when he just jumped to conclusion. Well, we'll see. Frederick Osbo will lead. Not only is he leading this run, he's also leading the points championship. Matt Field would love to Alto put him to a stop. Oh boy, across the nose, shots fired. Look at me, I'm the captain now. Frederick Osbo and Matt Field getting phased. What just happened there? That was insane. Frederick Osbo going across the nose, a different strategy and living up to the Norwegian hammer name. Man, if Matt Field was a nail, he just these BMWs initiate into that first outside zone. There goes Dylan Hughes. Shanahan tucking in. Really nothing to lose. Going for that rookie of the year. Shanahan brings it in second outside zone. Great cross hitting from Shanahan. Look at that. Even more angle than Dylan. From that last outside zone, that was just a hush falls over the crowd. The momentum here, just again, who is going against James in the final? Dylan Hughes. The Dozer Hughes will lead. Jack Shanahan giving chase. An American versus an Irish. Here we go in that first outside zone. Dylan Hughes, good and settled. Shanahan lurking back in the shadows. Comes up a bit short, but great proximity. There is that. Let's see about that transition from 3 to 4. Right across the nose of the BMW in outside zone. Dylan Hughes. Dylan progresses. Osbo again leading the points championship. James Dean, 4-time and defending champion, leaving that start chicane. All right, that Pennzoil Ford Mustang coming into that first outside zone. The edge of that course, but that will bite back. James possibly the ground machine gun does hurt. And James Dean that Ford Mustang in the outside zone. Great battle on deck. Jack Shanahan, he's going to try to force an arrow. James Dean, the finals are here. We know that an Irishman is going to win. It's going to be Jack Shanahan on his rookie year, getting a victory. Or is James the Machine Dean going to live up to his name once again and assume the time for the last lead after round 5? Going outside zone 3, Jack Shanahan puts it in the right place. James Dean tucks in nicely. James Dean applying the pressure. will lead. Again, a 4-time champion, defending champion in that Pennzoil Ford Mustang. Here comes Jack Shanahan in tow in that BMW. James Dean across the nose of Shanahan. Shanahan draws back, slides back, great angle from James Dean. Again, no tomfoolery, but Jack Shanahan dives in the inside. That is not where you want to be. Looks like he is buffering here in this situation. James Dean keeps